Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of our weekly picks videos here at the World of Football YouTube channel. But you might have noticed it says week 4 and 5. That is because, I didn't even introduce myself. I am your host, Adam Snow, and sitting across the table from me, as always, is the founder of the worldoffootball.com, the grand poobah, if you will, Randy Snow. I was going to say your middle name, but I did that bit last week. How are you doing?
I'm great. Ready for another week, actually 2 weeks of picks.
Yes, as I was mentioning. So I'm going to be out of town, which means this whole operation is going to pretty much be shut down on the video side because that caveman over there doesn't understand how a computer works. So we're going to do our normal picks for week 4 like always, and then at the end of the video, we're going to have a graphic pop up with our week 5 picks, which, maybe a little premature, but under the circumstances, that's what we got to do because when I'm not here, this ship don't run. So what can you do? Why, do you got a better idea?
No, that's fine.
All right, well, that's what we're going to do. But also, guys, we are so thankful for the people who have written in to give us their picks. So we're going to go and look at how everybody did last week, starting with our we had 5 people actually last week submit picks, which, hey, thank you, everybody, for submitting those picks real quick. Shane TV, who commented last week, he did the best last week, going 10-6. Applause for him. In second place of our commenters, Rebecca from my Fantasy Football League. Congratulations, you were second with 9-7. Mike, also from Fantasy Football, 7-9, so third place. In fourth place, my brother, Aaron, 6-10, and then my future sister-in-law, who did so well the week before, goes from first to worst at 5-11. But Liz, fret not, because as we jump over to how we did last week, we'll start with me, because I went 4-12 last week. I don't think I've ever done that bad before.
It's been a while. Been a while since anybody's done that bad.
It was really, really bad. I guess I just don't know what I'm talking about. And Liz, you can take my seat. Even you would have done better than me. But on the flip side, though, Randy, you did an astounding 6-10. So we are awful at this, clearly.
Yep.
That puts you at 20-28 on the season. I am at 19-29 on the season. Only a game difference still.
Right. I'm ahead of you by one game,
We flip-flopped.
Yep.
So that surely bodes well for the next 2 weeks of picks we're going to be making today, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a rough stretch over the next 2 weeks.
Yes, it is. Speaking of a rough stretch, the Dolphins haven't had a rough stretch this season because they are 3-0 going into their matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals on Thursday night. The Bengals will be rocking those all-white uniforms with the brand-new white Bengal helmet. Very excited to see that in person. I know you could care less.
It's going to look like crap.
You went first last week, I believe, in picking.
Whatever.
So I will go first this week, and I will take the hard decision in picking the Dolphins to get the win on the road on Thursday night.
I agree. I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I've been saying they're not a good team, but they're 3-0. I can't vote against that, so I'm going with Miami also.
Because that worked out well for us last week, talking about how the Bills were so great.
Yeah.
Moving on, the London game will be at 9:30 a.m. on Sunday. How about that? The Minnesota Vikings will play the New Orleans Saints, who will be the designated home team in this. But, of course, the game is at
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
There you go. He said that mouthful. And you get to pick that game first. Who do you got over in jolly old England?
I will take the Saints to win that game.
Ooh, interesting. I will take the Vikings in that game. Yes, I'm not happy with the Vikings for how they beat my Detroit Lions last week, but whatever. I think they'll get the win in England. All right, moving on. The Cleveland Browns will start the 1 o'clock slate of games, traveling to Atlanta to play the Falcons. And you know what? Give me those feisty Falcons at home.
I am going to go with Cleveland in that game.
I figured you would. I don't know why. I just figured you did. All right, now this is probably one of the tougher games we're going to pick this week. The Buffalo Bills traveling to Baltimore to play the Ravens. I really don't know which team Buffalo is going to show up. Yeah. I think the Ravens are really high-powered right now, but you get to pick this one first, so I'll wait.
You know what? I'm going to go with the Bills to make up for last week's debacle.
Interesting. All right. Well, you know what? In that case, as much as I thought the Bills were my Super Bowl team this year, we saw the little chink in the armor this last weekend. So I will take the Baltimore Ravens to win at home. All right, the Washington Commanders travel to Dallas to play the Cowboys, and I'm going to take the Cowboys.
I agree. Take Dallas in that one.
All righty, so a couple of guys picking the Cowboys, a team we clearly do not like.
Yeah.
All right, the next game you get to pick first. The Seattle Seahawks travel to Detroit to play the Lions. Who do you got in that one?
You know, call me a homer, but I'm taking the Lions. I think hopefully they'll get their act together this week, being at home with the crowd behind them. Seattle hasn't looked too good, so I'm going with Detroit.
You know what? I will be at that game as well. I'm excited to go. I'm taking my buddy who's never been to a Lions game, so I'm taking the Lions to win. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get that W. All right, the Los Angeles Chargers travel down to Houston to play the Texans, and give me the Chargers to get the bounce-back victory.
I agree. Los Angeles Chargers in that game.
All right, the Tennessee Titans travel up to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Who do you have in that game?
Boy, normally I would take Indianapolis, but I think I'm going to go with the Titans in that game.
Yep, the Titans finally showed a little bit of life last week against the Raiders. So did the Colts. Colts got a nice win against the Chiefs. And, having a back-to-back home game. But give me the Titans as well. I think Derrick Henry finally coming alive is going to help that team out. The Chicago Bears travel to New York to play the Giants, and I'm going to take the G-Men in this one.
I agree. Giants at home.
Okay, easy enough. All right, the Jacksonville Jaguars travel down to Philadelphia, or rather up to Philadelphia, to play the Eagles. Who you got in this one?
Philadelphia.
All right. And my fun fact for this game, Randy, I know you love it when I throw out a little fun fact. Head coach Doug Peterson of the Jacksonville Jaguars coached the Philadelphia Eagles to a Super Bowl not that long ago. So his return to Philadelphia, will he get booed? Will he get cheered? That's not part of the picks, but I'm just asking you a random question.
I'm sure he'll get booed.
Probably. It is Philadelphia, and I will take the Eagles because they're a bunch of a-holes. All right. The New York Jets travel to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers, and I will take the Steelers to get a win at home.
I agree. Take Pittsburgh in that game.
All right, the Arizona Cardinals travel out to Carolina to play the Panthers. A West Coast team traveling to the East Coast. That usually doesn't fare too well. Who do you got in that one?
I'm probably wrong on this one, but I'm going to go with Carolina.
I will take the Cardinals. I know I was just saying that it is tough for a West Coast team.
Yeah, it is.
To travel out that way, but
vice versa.
But I think the Cardinals, with that roster, I think Kyler Murray's going to pull out some magic. Okay. All right, the New England Patriots will travel to Green Bay to play the Packers, and I don't have to hesitate with Mac Jones being out for the Patriots. Give me the Packers.
Yep, I agree. Take the Packers at home.
All right, then the Denver Broncos travel up to Las Vegas or left to Las Vegas. I'm not sure geographically. Yeah, it's got to be left to Las Vegas, right? Anyway, they travel to play the Raiders. Who you got?
Give me the Broncos.
Interesting. You know what? I've been on the Raiders train all season. I don't know why. This might bite me in the butt. Give me the Raiders to get their stinking first win of the season. They're the only 0-3 team. I mean, the Texans are 0-2-1, but the Raiders are the only 0-3 team. Let's get the last winless teams, out this week.
Yeah.
So give me the Raiders.
Okay.
All right. Then the Kansas City Chiefs travel to Tampa to play the Buccaneers. This should be an interesting game. I think Tampa's defense is going to show up, but I'm taking the Chiefs to get the victory.
I agree. Kansas City on the road.
All right. And then in our Monday night matchup, the Los Angeles Rams travel to San Francisco to play the 49ers. You get the pleasure of taking this one first.
I'm taking Matthew freaking Stafford and the Rams.
Oof. And you know what? Jimmy G and those 49ers had a very tough game on Sunday night. Now getting a Monday night, an extra day of rest. Give me the 49ers to steal the game in the spotlight against the Rams. They played the Rams. They beat the Rams, I think, twice last year in the regular season. So, you know what? I feel pretty confident about taking the 49ers there. All right. And so I forget what we do at this point. I recap what we did.
We picked 6 different games.
Okay,
so 6 games differently.
All right, so on Randy's side, I had a brain fart there for a second. On Randy's side, everybody, to recap his picks, he is taking the Dolphins, the Saints, the Browns, the Bills, the Cowboys, Lions, Chargers, Titans, Giants, Eagles, Steelers, Panthers, Packers, Broncos, Chiefs, and Rams. On my side, taking the Dolphins, Vikings, Falcons, Ravens, Cowboys, Lions, Chargers, Titans, Giants, Eagles, Steelers, Cardinals, Packers, Raiders, Chiefs, and 49ers.
Okay.
And those are our picks for this week.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. After last week, I don't know. We're not doing real well this year.
I definitely need to bounce back from that horrid attempt last week. So hopefully I can get more than 4 right.
We had about 38% right so far over 3 weeks.
Or something like that. Yeah, what does it say? You're sitting at 42% on the season, and I'm at 40% on the season.
Okay.
Last week I only got 25% right. You got 38% right. So
okay.
Yep. And then I guess appearing on screen right now on Randy's side, we'll go with your picks for week 5 as of right now. How you feeling about those picks? Not that you've made them yet, but in post-production, those picks are accurate.
I don't even recognize any of them.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then on my side, here's my picks, guys. These are who I'm going to be taking for week 5. So if you want to get in picks for week 5, we will still share people's picks, I guess. Just get them in by the Thursday of next Thursday's game, which is, you have your sheet in front of you. Who's the first game for week 5?
The first game next week is going to be the Indianapolis Colts versus the Denver Broncos. Thursday night
there
football.
you go. Get your picks in. Randy will make sure to gather up all the picks from the comments of this video by Thursday next week for week 5 picks, guys. So if you want to get them in, if you're having fun picking along with us, we'd be glad to keep honoring that. But we'll be a week without a video because of me going on a nice fun trip.
At least a picks video, yeah.
Yeah, at least a picks video. Randy, I don't know what he's going to do while I'm gone. The whole world of football operation is probably just going to burn and crumble.
So if you want to make your picks, specify, are these your week 4 picks or your week 5 picks? And
I'm sure by the timestamp you'll see, because you don't have to make your week 5 picks till week 5's about to happen. So I'm sure he's educated enough to learn. Mike's made 2 sets of picks. Oh, here's this week's picks. Yeah. So don't worry, we'll figure it out. And if not, I guess I'll have to phone him from all the way where I'm going to get this figured out. But all right, guys, that's it for this week. We've rambled on long enough. Man, I'm a little depressed that we won't be doing this next week, but it'll be nice on me not to have to edit a video for once.
When you're going on vacation, you don't think about what's going on back here. You just go have a good time, come back, and be ready to pick up when you get back.
Well, not true. I'm going to be glued to my phone for my fantasy stuff, as always. All right. And it's the end of the video. So, Randy, what do we do at the end of the video?
We beg and plead people to like our videos on YouTube, to subscribe to our channel, to hit the bell notification so that you can get notified when we post new stuff, and to leave us a comment. There.
All right. And what is our website?
www.theworldoffootball.com.
All right. And do we have a podcast by chance?
This Week in the World of Football.
What did we talk about this week?
Well, let's see. Rihanna is going to be the halftime headliner this week, or for the Super Bowl. And what else did we talk about?
The Pro Bowl.
The Pro Bowl, yeah. Oh, what a mess that's going to be. And LSU getting put on probation for a year. Had
greatest
some birthdays,
nicknames,
obituaries.
Greatest nicknames.
Yeah, more greatest nicknames. 5 more of the greatest nicknames in not pro football, but in football history.
Yeah, so that was a fun time, guys. So if you don't worry, the podcast will still go up. I don't know what he's going to do, but there'll be another podcast next week as well. So
probably just audio only next week.
We'll figure it out. But that's it, guys. We're done. Oh my gosh, 2 weeks. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Very excited, and maybe I'll have some stories. I don't know. But until next time, guys, I think we did everything we normally do in the video.
I hope so.
I hope so, too. I'll fix it in post. Have a good one, everybody.